All right, this is the pilot episode, and what a great first episode, then a recap. So today we're going to be recapping UFC 264. Just happened last night, July 10th. Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, main card, co-main Gilbert and Wonder Boy. So I'm just going to run through these main card fights, give you a little bit of what I think about them. Maybe what's next for the fighter, just some news coming out after the fight, and then we'll jump into some of the prelims, early prelims, jump around there to the good fights. I mean, the prelims were pretty loaded. They honestly there's back-to-back fights that I was like, wow, this is banger after banger. So we'll start at the top of the card. Conor and Dustin, the trilogy. There was a lot of hype going into this one, obviously. ESPN sucking Conor's dick, everyone else sucking Conor's dick, but I hate to be the man, but hey, I had my money on Dustin. Dustin got it done. Technically a doctor stoppage TKO at the end of the first round. Crazy ending. Conor broke his own ankle, it looked like. I mean, it's conflicting a little bit. Dustin coming out in the post-fight saying that he checked a kick and heard something crack, and then Conor was saying no, it was an Anderson Silva type of thing. It looked like he rolled his own ankle, but it snapped, and I think saw something later come out that it actually wasn't the ankle. He fractured his tibia or broke his tibia, but it was pretty gross. If you find the screenshot of like the still, I mean, his tibia or ankle's on the mat and his foot is 90 degrees sideways. Like it is busted up, like pretty bad. And I mean, the beginning of the first round, Conor was almost on his back the entire time. Not saying the rest of the fight would have gone that way, but it looked like Dustin was already gonna put his will on him pretty early. I didn't see that fight going any other way. If that fight continued, I don't think Conor would have got it done. I think Conor's best chance was in the early rounds, and he was getting kind of worked on pretty early, but who knows? Conor could have made it happen, but broke his ankle, so we're not going to see that one. Talk about Dustin, what's next for him? I think he's got to get the belt. I mean, people are chirping online. He's saying, oh, I'm going to fight Conor. And there's no way they're going to have... If he fights Conor for the fourth time, I mean, who wants to see that? It's got to be for the belt. Put him up against Charles. See what happens. I mean, that one, I don't know. Dustin's on fire right now. Charles just slept Michael in a crazy fight. Michael Chandler. I mean, that one's going to be fireworks. See what happens. See what card they get put on. I mean, if they put that one on, I doubt they won't do 266. That's too soon, probably. But they'll probably be a main event on their own UFC card. I don't know, 265, 266 maybe, 267. Who knows? See what happens. Then the co-main, Gilbert and Wonder Boy. I also had a little parlay action on Gilbert. He was the underdog. I mean, I cashed out this week. 5 out of the 6 parlays I had play and hit. Only missed on Ryan Hall, and we'll get into that one later. But Gilbert got it done in a decisive decision. I mean, you could say 3 rounds to none if you really wanted to make that argument. But I think it was 29-28. It was the unanimous, which, I mean, yeah, it's what it was. I mean, I saw a lot of people giving Gilbert some shit on Instagram, especially with the back of the head strikes at the end. I mean, maybe I'm defending my boy. I mean, Gilbert's my boy, but I looked like he was just punching. I mean, you're just throwing. I mean, did a couple hit the back of the head? Maybe. I don't know. They hit his shoulder, too. It's like you're in a fight. I mean, I never want to say back of the head strikes are like... I mean, it didn't seem like he was doing it on purpose. Was there maybe a couple back of the head strikes? Yeah. I mean, the last 5 seconds of the fight, I don't think that's anything to get hung up on. I think people are just trying to reach for something to protect Wonder Boy. Saw a lot of news too, like saying a boring fight, a lame fight. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. You're fighting Wonder Boy. what do you expect? You're not going to stand and strike with Wonder Boy. You have a clear path to victory. Gilbert has a clear path to victory on the ground, and he went there. And that's honestly what I thought was going to happen. I bet on Gilbert, thinking if he gets it on the ground, it's game over. But if it stays standing, I would have took Wonder Boy. But first round, Gilbert got a takedown, and I was like, okay, this is going to be pretty good for Gilbert if he can keep it up. And second round got a takedown. Third round started off a little shaky. There was a spinning kick, caught Gilbert, wobbled him for a second. I was shitting my pants for a second. I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. But then Gilbert got him down, held him for 3 minutes. I mean, like, that's how you got to do it. It's not like he was laying on him either. He was working him on the ground, and it was a little slow fight, but it was still an entertaining fight. Good co-main. Nothing to really split hairs about. Good for Gilbert. Him moving on, he called out Masvidal or Diaz. Honestly, I see the Masvidal possibly happening. There's no way he gets Diaz. I mean, if I'm Diaz and I'm Conor, I'm going for that trilogy 100%. Both coming off losses. I think now's the perfect time to make the trilogy for that one. But Gilbert and Masvidal, I mean, it could happen. See what Masvidal does. I still think Masvidal and Leon need to get matched up. So if that doesn't happen, Gilbert's waiting for you, Masvidal. But Masvidal and Leon Edwards needs to happen. I mean, come on. The three-piece in the soda, it's got to be, come on. It's got to happen. Going down, Tai Tuivasa, Greg Hardy, next fight, heavyweight, KO, first round, 1 minute 7 seconds. This fight had me hyped up. Tai Tuivasa hits him with the left hook in a kind of a weird exchange. It happened honestly in a couple blinks. Like, it happened, and then next thing you know, Greg Hardy's on his back, knocked the fuck out. Good for him. Fuck you, Greg Hardy. Bam Bam gets it done. Does the shoey. I know I popped up, shotgun a beer with him. Like, that's how it's meant to be done. Walking out, doing shoeys with Dustin's hot sauce in there. Like, let's fucking go. It was so hype. Great to see Bam Bam get it done. Fuck you, Greg Hardy, you fucking wife beater, bro. I've made my night seeing Greg Hardy get knocked the fuck out. Bam Bam, great dude. Honestly, at one point in time, there's rumors he got cut, and now he's on a 3-4 win streak right now, and is looking great for Bam Bam. I don't know who he could get. It's got to be someone ranked. I mean, come on, get him in the rankings now. I don't even know how he's not ranked right now. Let me look real fast. Is he ranked? I don't think he is. No, I don't think he's ranked, but fucking nuts. Also got the 75K. I'll mention that right now because I'm looking at it. Tuivasa got performance of the night. We'll talk next to Sean O'Malley and the Chris Moutinho. He got fight of the night, performance of the night, and then the Dricus Duplessis got performance of the night. The first Trevin Giles, that guy. I don't know about that one. That one I would have. It's a little iffy for me. I would have given that one to Price and Michelle Pereira. I just butchered his name, but yeah, that one I think should have got the performance over the Dricus Duplessis guy. I mean, it was a good fight, but we'll get into that one later. Off Bam Bam, yeah, Bam Bam looking great. I don't know who I'd want to see him fight. I'd have to look at the people above him, but yeah, get him someone ranked. Get him in there. He's hot right now. He's getting these KOs. He's ripping these KOs. Put him against someone ranked, see what happens. And honestly, I think he can be a strong title contender if he just keeps going up. I mean, this guy seems like he's getting better and better. Love Bam Bam. One of the guys I'm really hot on right now. All right, moving on. We had the not Cyborg. What was it? The Irene Aldana and the Yana. Fuck her name. I don't know. Kunikatskia. What the fuck? I'm not John Anik. Come on. Give me a break here. KO in the first round. I mean, back-to-back KOs in this main event. It was cool. Actually, 3 back-to-backs because we'll get into Sean there later. But, yeah, good fight. I mean, come on. I watched it, yeah, but I wasn't really. I was drinking. Come on. I wasn't looking. Give me a break, guys. Give me a break. Yeah, she grounded and pounded her out. I mean, it was just this, I don't know, good fight. Nothing crazy, you know. I feel like I'm shitting on the fight. I mean, it was a good fight, but I wasn't out of my seat when it happened. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. Sean O'Malley and Chris Moutinho. This was the fight everyone was talking about. Sean's late replacement. This guy coming in on 11 days. UFC debut. And, you know, he is like he's a champ, man. I mean, he got battered from fucking bell to bell. He was just getting jabbed. He took like 180 fucking punches to the face. I mean, like, this guy would not go down. And then Herb steps in the third round with 30 seconds left, like, just stops it standing. Was it an early stoppage? Yeah, you can't debate it. Was it a bad stoppage? No. I mean, people are debating this online. No, I don't think it was a bad stoppage. Early stoppage, 100%. You can't debate that it wasn't early. He was still standing. Bad, though? I mean, I think Herb's felt bad. He must have felt bad for the students, just wanted to get him out of there. And, you know, I still think it's one of those things where Chris Moutinho, his stock went up. I think his stock went up more than Sean's, honestly. It's one of those, like, Nate Diaz-Leon things. When Nate cracked Leon in the 5th round, and everyone was just talking about Nate after the fight. No one really gave a shit about Leon. The same thing with this Chris guy. Even Sean, post-fight interview, used it to shout out Chris, calling him a hard motherfucker, a bad motherfucker. Like, you know, that's what I'm talking about. It was classy on Sean. I'm not going to say it was easy, but it was easy. You know, I'm going to say it's easy. It was easy for him. But, you know, let's get him someone ranked or get the Smolka rematch going. I think Smolka's probably out. He lost his chance to fight Sean. You know, I think Sean's going for someone ranked now. But I don't know, even that, he couldn't knock out Chris Moutinho on 11 days. And, like, it's just, Sean, I don't know, he's hit or miss for me sometimes. Sometimes he's on fire. Like, he was on fire, but I don't know, he still worries me sometimes. Couldn't knock this dude out. Should have knocked him out, but I guess that's more credit to Chris. What a freaking beast he was. 11 days notice, taking it like a champ. I mean, that's how you make your UFC debut. Get the $75K bonus. Said it in the UFC embedded. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to win. Don't know if I'm going to lose. But, hey, it's going to be fight of the night. And there you go. It was fight of the night. So, yeah, that was the main card. All 5 fights. Honestly, great main card. Conor McGregor, everyone was shitting their pants about him. Hyping it up. UFC 264 main card. Good. Very good. Last 3, 262, 263, 264 have all been bangers. No complaints. Dana White's doing his job, putting on good fights every week. So let's go. Going in the prelims. Jump around here a little bit. I don't know if I'll do everyone. We'll do the top of the one here, though. Top prelim. Right before the main card was Condit, Max Payne, Griffin. You know, Max Payne is a little bit of a... Max Griffin, a little bit of a coming out party for him, I think. Beating Carlos Condit. I mean, Condit, natural-born killer. He's the vet, man. He's been around the UFC a long time. And I really thought... I didn't put money on this fight, but because I wasn't too confident. But if I would have, it definitely would have been on Carlos Condit. I thought he was going to use his experience, use his grappling. I think he's better at grappling. And honestly, I thought striking was going to be even. But, you know, Max Griffin put it on him, dropped Carlos a couple times. And, you know, it wasn't a dominant victory, but I don't think it was very, I don't know, it wasn't that close. It wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be. Good for Max, you know, gets that killer KO his last fight. Now on to Carlos Condit, beats him. You know, I think he's just going up. Feed him someone else. Give him, I don't know if he gets someone ranked. I don't know about that. It's a little maybe soon for that, but give him another hard welterweight. I mean, welterweight is stacked right now. So, yeah, get him a fight. Let's see him back there. Good things coming from him. Next one, another welterweight. I mean, I'm telling you, welterweight is stacked. Maybe Max goes against the winner of this, Michel Pereira. I don't know. Michel Pereira, however the fuck you say his name, Nico Price. Banger of a fight. I was rooting for Nico, you know, love the guy. Oh, so close. You know, the first 2 rounds went to Michelle for sure. You know, he did his fucking front flip, highlight front flip on a Nico at one point. Just a nuts fucking guy. But the third round was all Nico. I was like, he had him wobbled. Michelle kind of gassed a little bit. And dude, I don't know. Nico almost had it. I was yelling at my TV. I was like, "Go, Nico, go! Get him, get him!" I wanted it, and then couldn't get it done. Goes to decision, and Michelle wins 29-28. Sucks for Nico, but man, this guy Nico is never not in an entertaining fight. I mean, he's just in bangers. Should have been the fight of the night. $75K bonus for sure. Think they got robbed. But yeah, Pereira is on a streak right now too. He just beat Chaos Williams, who in his own right is a fucking beast. He was smacking the fuck out of that Russian, the Zelim Imanatov, fucking, I don't know, Russian fucking commie dick, I don't know. But he gets disqualified against Diego. I don't even remember that fight. Honestly, I should probably go back and rewatch that one. So yeah, I mean, 3-win streak for Pereira. Or Pereira, I don't know how the fuck you say his name. I'm not John Anik. Yeah, I mean, this guy's putting together some streaks. He's got to be someone. He's got to fight someone ranked next, right? Like, he's gotta. He's on a 3-win streak. Get him someone at least like 15 in there. Like, good things coming out of him, I guess, for shit. And then the one bet I lost, Ryan Hall and the Ilya Tapura. I mean, what the fuck was Ryan Hall doing? I knew he was, he's the jiu-jitsu guy, right? He's the Imanari roll guy. He's the almost like the Tony Ferguson-esque type of guy. Does crazy shit, But what the fuck was that? I don't know if you guys watched the fight, but this motherfucker was trying to do these Imanari rolls every fucking 30 seconds. He was rolling around. He was just rolling around, diving at his legs. One of the weirdest fucking fights I think I've ever watched. I don't know what the fuck Ryan Hall was on. This dude was talking his fucking game. Oh, the ring rust is bullshit. I don't know. And he goes out and does that. Gets knocked the fuck out. Gets put to sleep. I mean, Ilya literally had to not fall for an Imanari roll. Was just waiting, punching him, like stunned him multiple times. And then he does his fucking roll. He's on his back, and Tapura just jumps on him and fucking knocks his ass out. I mean, what the fuck were you doing, Ryan? Like, come on, man, you're losing me money. Thought you were gonna do some leg locks on him, do some wizard shit. You're the wizard, and you're doing some dumb shit, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck that was. It was just honestly shocking. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that, with Ryan. Honestly, a bad look. And then Ilya stays undefeated, 11-0 in the UFC. Definitely a hot prospect coming up. I mean, we'll see who this guy can beat next. I mean, Ryan Hall, he was game. I thought he was a game opponent. Ryan was the underdog. I put money on him, thinking, hey, if I get the underdog money, let's go. But Ilya's looking good. See who they match him up with. See if there's any announcements coming up soon with him. And then the other performance of the night, Dricus du Plessis or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. It's from South America versus Trevin Giles. I mean, yeah, good fight. Second round KO. I mean, yeah. Honestly, I didn't think this was a fight of the night. The Nico fight was way better than this fight. No KO in the Nico fight, I guess, but I don't know. Dricus, another hot prospect. Trevin Giles. I mean, he's been in the UFC. This is, I don't know, his 4th or 5th fight, maybe. Been in the UFC since 2017. I didn't realize it was that long. So, yeah, I mean, it was a game opponent, Trevin Giles, and Dricus knocked him out. I mean, the finishing sequence was... At first, I didn't look like Trevin was out, but then they slow-moed it, and he was out. Dropped him with a punch, and then finished him on the ground. I mean, hey, good fight. I think that was Dricus' second fight in the UFC. 2 knockouts so far. Yeah, 2 knockouts for him. So, yeah, still up-and-comer. He's hot. So that was all the prelims. Early prelims. Let's see these ones. Oh yeah, we got Maya and I. All I'm gonna say is fucking Jessica I had a big ass cut on her forehead. That shit was bleeding. You can look at pictures of that one. Jennifer Maya gets the decision victory. Good fight, honestly. It was competitive. Jessica I got fucked up. Entertaining. And then the first two early prelims, what bangers. Brad Tavares and Amari Akhmedov. I was surprised this was an early prelim fight. I mean, Amari Akhmedov, he's got the power. He's jacked. He's fucking jacked. And Brad Tavares, I mean, he is taking his lumps in the UFC, and he's on a little roll right now. I mean, 5 rounds with Izzy, got knocked out a couple other times by some game guys. Robert Whitaker, I think, maybe knocked him out. But yeah, I mean, he's on a 2-fight win streak. Oh, Edmund Shabazian knocked out Brad. But yeah, I mean, went to decision with Izzy, 5 rounds. I mean, yeah. Brad Tavares, great to see him get the dub. I mean, it was a hard-fought dub. Split decision, that was a little funky. I mean, I think it was clear 2 rounds to 1 for Brad. So yeah, I mean, good fight, good standing and banging. They were swinging. Amari Akhmedov I think he was a little too patient, and Brad also ripped him on the leg kicks. But Amari ripped Brad a couple back with some leg kicks, and it was hurting Brad, and he only landed like 5 or 6. And I think he should just got a little late on the leg kicks and was a little slow, looking to counter, but seemed a little slower than Brad. I don't know, good fight though. And then the first fight of the night, I'm not even gonna pronounce this fucking dude's name right. Zalga Zumagov, some shit from Kazakhstan versus Jerome Rivera. Bad look for Jerome. 4 losses in a row now in the UFC. Probably on the chopping block. But he got his ass choked the fuck out. Didn't go, I mean, he tapped. I guess he didn't go all the way out, but this dude, I'll call him ZZ. That's what I saw people calling him online. I like it. ZZ fucking had a nasty guillotine neck crank. I mean, that shit was tight. That dude looked like he was about to pop this motherfucker's head off like a fucking, I don't even know, like a can of beans or something. His shit was getting cranked. It was tight as fuck. Basically, it was tap or get your head ripped off, and hey, the guy tapped, so. But yeah, that's all the fights. Those are my takes on the fight. Pilot episode of this podcast. We'll be doing more. I'll be doing more. I'll be talking about, I'll do more post-fights on the events. You know, I'm going to do betting, props, other episodes, my plays for the week coming up. Make some money with me. I was 5 for 6 last night. Let's fucking go. Made some money. Talk about any news that I want to talk about on this podcast. You know, let me pull up the notes here. Yeah, I'm gonna do an episode strictly for fight announcements that I see coming up. My betting plays and lines that I think are worth value, news I'm following, post fights like this one. So yeah, follow along. We're just getting this bitch started, baby. Podcast number 1 right here. Pilot episode, UFC 264 recap. Let's fucking go. We'll end it here coming up, but looking to next week, we got Makhchedov, Islam Makhchedov. What the fuck these Russian names are, man? Come on, Thiago Moises versus Islam. Should be a banger card. Jeremy Stevens is back. Rodolfo Vieira is back. Billy Quarantillo is back. Love that guy. D-Rod got a late replacement. But yeah, hey, we'll talk about Figueiredo's brother's on the card. Yeah, should be good fights all around. We'll talk about that one coming up in some episodes in the future, talking about my betting lines for that card. I don't know, I think you got to put money on Islam, right? But he's going to be such a big favorite. I don't know, we'll see. We'll talk about it coming up. Follow along, and let's fucking go.